ओम शांति मैम। नमस्ते। हाउ आर यू?
Good.
गुड।
How are you?
आई एम आल्सो गुड।
Good.
Let us begin the class. Sit in any comfortable position. Spine straight. Adopt Gyanarchin Mudra. Inhale deeply. Exhale slowly. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale for one time Om followed by opening mantra. Oh. Opening mantra, repeat after me. Yogena Chetasya Padena Vacham Malam Sarirasya Chavaidhyakena Yopakarotam Pravaram Muninam Patanjalim Pranjali Ranatosmi Oh. Join your both palm together in front of heart center. Bow down your head towards God, towards Mother Nature. Rub your both palms. Apply an edge. Slowly and gently open your eyes. Om Shanti. What we learned on Saturday? What was our Saturday's topic?
Shoulder and pectoral girdle.
Yes, pectoral girdle. That is shoulder girdle. Any question from pectoral girdle? How many bones in pectoral girdle?
2.
2 bones. The name of tell me the name of bones.
Clavicle and scapula.
Yeah, clavicle and scapula. Clavicle and scapula are the pectoral girdle bones. How many muscles are there?
5.
5 muscles. The first muscle is trapezius, that is divided into 3 groups, 3 parts, upper, middle and lower. Second is levator scapulae. And third is rhomboid muscle, that also divided into 2 parts, major and minor, major rhomboid and minor rhomboid. The fourth muscle is serratus posterior muscle, serratus posterior. And the last muscle is pectoralis minor. Okay? Any doubt?
No.
Now our today's topic is upper limb. Upper limb. What is upper limb? Our upper arm, lower arm and hand comes under upper limb. Write down upper limb. Upper limb has 30 bones. 30. Upper limb has 30 bones. The first bone is humerus. First bone is humerus. This bone. Is it visible? Humerus is upper arm bone. Write down. Humerus is the upper arm bone and it is the largest and biggest bone of upper limb. It is the largest and biggest bone of upper limb. Clear? Humerus is the largest and biggest bone of upper limb and it makes joint or it articulates with glenoid cavity of pectoral girdle. It articulates with glenoid cavity of pectoral girdle. You know glenoid cavity? Saturday I told you.
It connects with the glenoid cavity.
Glenoid cavity. This is glenoid cavity, where humerus head, make joints are articulate. Clear? The second bone is radius. Radius is our lower arm bone. Lower arm thumb side bone. It presents at upper side of thumb in lower arm. Radius is lower arm bone and presents towards thumb side. The third bone is ulna. Ulna is the third bone and it present in lower arm, upper side of pinky finger or little finger. And ulna is slightly bigger than radius. Ulna is weaker than radius but bigger than radius. It is weaker than radius but bigger than radius. Clear? What is the name of our upper arm bone?
Radius.
Humerus.
Humerus. Sorry.
Yes, humerus. And in lower arm there is two bones, radius and ulna. Which bones? Radius and ulna. Radius is the stronger bone than ulna but smaller in size. Ulna is weaker than radius but large in size. Radius present at the side of thumb and ulna present at the side of pinky finger. Our next bone is wrist bone. Wrist bones, there are 8 wrist bones known as carpal bones. Our wrist have 8 bones. Skeletal ma'am? Yes, come. Our wrist have 8 bones. Wrist have 8 bones known as carpal bones. There is 8 carpal bones. Write down the name of carpal bones. The first one is trapezium. T-R-A, write down, T-R-A-P-E-Z-I-U-M, trapezium. Second one is trapezoid. T-R-A-P-E-Z-O-I-D. T-R-A-P-E-Z-O-I-D, trapezoid. The third is capitate. C-A-P-I-T-A-T-E, capitate. C-A-P-I-T-A-T-E, capitate. The fourth is hamate. H-A-M-A-T-E, hamate. Fifth is triquetral. 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 Sixth is pisiform. 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 Seventh is lunate. 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 And the last and eighth bone is scaphoid. 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 First is trapezium, second is trapezoid, third is hamate, third is capitate, fourth is hamate, fifth is triquetral, and sixth is pisiform, seventh is lunate, and eighth is scaphoid. And carpal bones arranged in two rows. Carpal bones arranged in two rows in wrist region. Carpal bones arranged in two rows in wrist region. There is 8 carpal bones. The 8 carpal bones are trapezium, trapezoid, capitate, hamate, triquetral, pisiform, lunate, and scaphoid. Clear? Skeletal, ma'am. The next bones are metacarpal. After carpal, there is 5 metacarpals. 5 metacarpals, also known as palm bones or hand bones. Hand bones or palm bones known as metacarpal bones. Front side of wrist. Front side of wrist, there is 5 metacarpals. Those are hand bones or palm bones. Look here. These 5 bones are metacarpal bones, also known as hand bone. And where is other students? Cameras are off. Please tell them from tomorrow they will keep camera on.
She's sick. Yes, she will be back tomorrow.
Okay.
She's sick today.
Nobody is visible.
Hello.
Only you are visible.
Hmm?
Only you are visible. Nobody is visible in camera.
The connection is really bad, so when we turn it on, like it just
Okay.
slows down. Can't
Okay.
hear you clearly.
So, understood what is metacarpal? 5 wrist bones are known as metacarpal. After metacarpal, 5th number bone is phalanges. Fifth, no, not fifth, sixth number. First one is humerus, second is radius, third is ulna, fourth is carpal bones, fifth is metacarpal bones, and sixth point is phalanges. Phalanges, phalanges. Write down phalanges, phalanges, phalanges. Those are finger bones. Our finger bones are known as phalanges, including thumb. Finger bones, including thumb, are known as phalanges. There is 14 in number phalanges, 14. 14 in number phalanges. Each finger have 3 phalanges. Each finger have 3 phalanges and thumb has 2 phalanges. So there is 4 fingers and 1 thumb. So counting is 14. 4 fingers have 3 phalanges. 3 phalanges. Each finger have 3 phalanges and thumb have 2 phalanges. 12 plus 2, 14 phalanges are there in finger, including thumb. Any question? Anybody have any question? No question. So now we move further. Our next topic is pelvic girdle. Pelvic. Pelvic, pelvic, girdle, pelvic girdle. This is pelvic girdle, also known as hip girdle. Pelvic girdle. This is the front portion of pelvic girdle and this is the back portion of pelvic girdle. Our hip bones, known as pelvic bones and also known as hip girdle or pelvic girdle. The pelvic girdle formed by 2 hip bones. The pelvic girdle formed by 2 hip bones. And each hip bone is the combination of 3 bones. Hip bone or coxa form after fusion of 3 bones. The 3 bones is ilium. 3 bones are ilium, pubic bone and ischium. The upper part of hip bone is ilium, ilium, ilium. Second bone is pubis, pubis, pubis. And the third and last one is ischium, ischium, ischium. And these bones present in paired because there is 2 hip bones, 2 coxa is there, 2 hip bones there. So each Hip bone is the combination of three bones, both side present ilium, pubis, and ischium. Ischium is our sit bone. Clear? The upper portion of hip bone is ilium. Here to here, ilium. And in middle portion, the name of middle portion bone is pubis, pubis, and the lower portion, this lower portion bone is ischium, ischium, ischium. Clear? Skeletal ma'am? Any question?
Nope. All good.
No question. There is one socket type structure. Here also one socket type structure. Here is one cavity. Is it visible? This cavity? This socket type structure known as acetabulum. 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 This cavity known as acetabulum. The name of this cavity is acetabulum. acetabulum. Acetabulum is the cavity where femur head articulates. Our femur head articulates. What is femur? Thigh bone. Thigh bone name is femur. The acetabulum is the point. Acetabulum of hip is the point where head of femur articulates or head of femur makes joint. Clear? And here is sacrum. In between both hip bones, this is sacrum. This is the part of vertebral column. Part of vertebral column. Sacrum is the part of vertebral column, and lower side of this sacrum there is coccyx, that is tailbone, and the hip bones with sacrum forms like basin shape structure. And there is two foramen also. Look here. Here is one hole. Is it visible? This hole. In between ischium bone, there is hole. Look my finger. It going inside. There is hole. Both side hole. What is the name of these holes? Holes known as foramen. In anatomical point of view, the holes known as foramen. Foramen is the anatomical term. The name of this foramen is obturator foramen. This is obturator foramen. Two obturator foramens are present there. Clear? Obturator foramen. Skeletal ma'am.
Hello.
Clear?
Yep.
Obturator foramen. Okay. So first bone is ilium, second is pubis or pubic bone, third is ischium. There is one cavity in hip known as acetabulum, where femur head articulates or femur head makes joint, and the last and third bone is ischium, 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 and in between ischium there is foramen named obturator foramen, obturator, obturator foramen. Now write down the function of pelvic girdle. Function of pelvic girdle. The first function is it supports the posterior region of the trunk. It supports the posterior region of the trunk. Look here. This is our trunk, vertebral column known as trunk. Clear? This is trunk, and it supports posterior region of trunk. This is the sacrum is the part of trunk. It supports the posterior region of trunk. Posterior region means backside of trunk. The second function is it provides surface. It provides surface for attachment of the muscles of leg. It provides surface for the attachment of the muscles of leg. These obturator foramen are for muscles, and they give stability through muscles. So it provides attachment of muscles of the leg. Next function is it protects the soft organs present in the pelvic cavity. It protects the soft organs present in the pelvic cavity. Those organs present in pelvic cavity, it provides protection of those organs. It provides protection to those organs which presents in pelvic cavity. This is pelvic cavity, basin-like structure. Clear?
Yes.
Any question? The next is the hip bones unite anteriorly at a joint. The hip bones unite anteriorly. These hip bones unite anteriorly front side at a joint called pubic symphysis. Hip bones joint anteriorly. This is the anterior portion, front portion. Look here. This is anterior portion. This is anterior portion, means front portion. Front portion of pelvic girdle is this, and back portion is this. This is back portion. This is front portion. The front portion, joint of front portion known as pubic symphysis. PUBIC. Pubis symphysis. SYMPHYSIS. Pubic symphysis. And they unite posteriorly with the sacrum. they unite posteriorly with sacrum. This is the part of sacrum. Look from back side. This is sacrum. They unite posteriorly with sacrum at the sacroiliac joint. This joint is known as sacroiliac joint. Why sacroiliac joint? Here is sacrum and the upper part of hip is ilium. So this joint name is sacroiliac joint. Clear? What is the name of this joint? Sacroiliac joint. Because here is sacrum, it makes joints with ilium bone of hip bone. The hip bone, pubic symphysis, the hip bone, this is the hip bone, left side, right side. These two hip bones, sacrum, pubic symphysis, forms a deep basin-like structure. This is basin-like structure. It looks like basin. It looks like basin or not? Skeletal ma'am? It looks like basin or not? It is basin-like structure.
What does it look like?
Basin, like wash basin.
Basin. Got it.
Yeah, basin.
Yes, it does.
Yes.
It does.
It looks like basin. So hip bones, sacrum, pubic symphysis combinedly make a basin-like structure called bony pelvis. The name of this basin-like structure is bony pelvis. Okay? BONYPELVIS. Next point is, by age 23, the three separate bones fuse together. Before 23, the three bones are separate. Ilium, pubic bone, and ischium. Three bones are separate before 23, before the age of 23. During the age of 23, the three fused and makes one hip bone. Any doubt? The last point is pubic arch. This is pubic arch, the angle, lower part of angle. Means the angle between our thigh. This is the pubic arch. In case of 90 degree or less, if this angle is 90 degree or less, then it will be male pelvis. It will be male pelvis. And when the angle between this arch, the angle between both ischium bones or this arch, pubic arch, is more than 90 degree, then it will be female pelvis. More than, if it is more than 100 degree, 100, 120 degree or more than 90 degree, it will be female pelvis. Clear?
Yes.
Means female pelvis is broader than male pelvis. Clear?
Yes.
So this is all about for today's class. 2 days we covered upper limb and pelvic girdle. 1 point more. There is 36 muscle. There is 36 muscles in pelvic girdle. How many muscles in pectoral girdle? 5 muscles. And here 36 muscles. 36 muscles are there in pelvic girdle. The purpose of this muscles is primarily to provide stability, to the joint. These 36 muscles provides stability to hip girdle. Any question from upper limb or pelvic girdle?
No.
No question. So let us close the class. Sit in any comfortable position. Spine straight. Adopt Jnana Chin Mudra. Inhale deeply. Exhale slowly. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale for 1 time Om, followed by closing mantra. Om. Closing mantra, repeat after me. Asato ma sadgamaya.
Asato ma osakamaya.
Tamaso ma jyotirgamaya.
Asato ma jyotirgamaya.
Mrityormamritam gamaya.
Etorman gamaya.
Om.
Om.
Santi, Santi, Santi. Join your both palm together in front of heart center. Bow down your head towards God, towards Mother Nature. Rub your both palms. Apply an eyes. Slowly and gently open your eyes. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Thank you for joining the class.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. We will meet tomorrow again.